And Whittlers are some of my favorites. I'm a real big fan of the Warncliffe blade. I just think it's really neat and incredible. I mean, look how thick that is on these Whittlers. Um, I like the shape of Whittlers. I like the premium feel, the fit and finish. Um, Whittlers are just some of my favorite knives. So we're going to take a look at some of these and the different construction, because the construction of Whittlers is different throughout all like history, and you have different types. We'll just start off with this one right here. Look at this. Now it kind of says what it is right there. It's an equal end. All right, equal end Whittler. Now this one is a nice one. This is a baby. This is a beauty, but also has a nail file on it. And some don't consider the ones with nail files true Whittlers, and I've gotten that from a knife magazine. But even in Levin's guide, he states that if it's a nice one, it belongs in any nice Whittler collection. So don't stray away from these real nice ones, these with the manicure blades. It's just so nice. This is a charade. Let's see if we can show you guys the tang stamp on that. It's so nice. Oof. And the bone handles on that. It says Lane Baskets. I have no idea what that means. I have not looked that up. Nice half stops on that. So the construction of Whittlers is a little bit different on a lot of them. So this one has a split back system, and if you look right down the middle, you can see that liner is tapered. It goes all the way around. See, it's nice and thick right here, and then it will taper all the way down to nothing down here. So, and that's how they taper this down, because what you have here is you have two blades on the end. You have to compensate for that. All right, and to compensate that for that also, they'll make the master blade thicker. Right. So instead of bending blades like you would do on maybe a Stockman, which is an easier knife to fit, here you're working with back springs, and it takes a lot to fit these. Whittlers take a lot of hand finishing. It's a difficult knife to make. Matter of fact, the Tawny Bows over here, these were one of the more difficult knives that was made. And this Whittler has a lock back on it, which is kind of cool, because during World War I, it was popular to have locks on some of the larger models. And look at the size of that blade right there. And so the blade here is rather thick. And they do that to compensate for the two blades on the end. See how thick that is? Now, how did Case do it before? Well, before they didn't have a locking system like this, right? Well, back in the 70s, they would do a lot of hand finishing with these, and these pull a premium price. I was real lucky and picked this one up. I think 76 was the last year they did this. This is the last year. I'd have to look at the dots, but this is just a beautiful example of that. And look, you got nickel silver bolsters, liners, everything. This is a premium knife in every way. And you have that nice taper, and that liner tapers all the way. See, it's tapered, and it goes all the way towards the end. And it's thick. You know, it's a beauty. Let's open this up. This is really nice. And see that master blade shares two back springs. How many dots do we have here? How many dots? We'll find out right now. So this is a 4 dot, and they eliminate each dot. So what are we looking at? 1970. Oh my goodness, 1974, I think. I might be wrong there. I'd have to look at my chart. Well, that's a 4 dot. This was the last year that they made these Whittlers in this fashion. They started doing it a different way. It might have actually eliminated the pattern completely, because just a lot of hand finishing, and it's just, you can't, they don't really sell these for much more. If you look at Case's website, a Whittler doesn't sell for much more, so they have to figure out how to get the price down. Oh, look at this one over here. Nice Damascus. This is another one of those Tawny Bows. Just beautiful. Look at that work that they do in there to fit this knife. I am a big fan of the Tawny Bow series case knives. They are just built so nice. They're so beautiful. Here's a yellow horse, Queen. How nice is that? This one also has a split back. Nickel silver liners. Premium knife here. Just absolutely premium in every way. It's been hand finished by Brian Yellowhorse's team. Real pretty. What type of blades? You have a clip and a spear. You want to look at that tang stamp. So pretty. He does such good work. Okay, we gotta look at the other knives, right? So let's keep looking. Now this case Whittler, I actually picked up in a pawn shop amongst a whole collection I picked up in Las Vegas. Real funny story about that. That knife collection actually dumped out in the airport in front of everyone, machetes and all. And to say the least, everyone cleared out pretty quickly. Well, this is one of those knives that I decided to keep. I actually have a Congress up for sale that was also part of my collection. I gotta reduce something, but both of these are just built so nice. It's a Delrin material. It's got the case American flag, but it just, the walk and talk is just so nice on this. Now this does not have a split back. It has no liner there. Look how Case does it now. No liner at all. They just make the blade thick because it's going to share those two back springs with these back here. It's so nice. It's such a nice Whittler. Just a beauty. If you get to hand pick a stag knife, you really get to pick a beautiful one. And I hand picked this one out of about 10 of them. And it's just such a beauty. Take a look at that stag. That's just so nice. I think I picked a good one. Now some will say, it doesn't match too well. Well, I think it matches nice. I think it does. I think one side's pretty knotty, and that side's just nice and milky and nice and thin. It's not too thick. It's got a real nice feel to it. Oh. And this is one of their newer knives with the glued-on shield, which I'm not a real big fan of, but it is what it is. It's got some pretty good walk and talk. It's all shined up. Shares that back spring. All right, two back springs for the one master blade. A lot different construction. Almost all these have different construction. Let's see if this is a little bit different. Nope, this is just a thicker blade also. This is a Hibbard and Spencer and Bartlett. I forget what company makes this. Possibly, I'm not too sure. And company, I'd have to look that up. But this is the more popular way of making them now with the larger, thicker master blade. This one's ivory, I believe. Yeah. Got a buffalo horn there. Here's your standard. Oh, it isn't actually. This one has a nice pretty is that? Real nice. So now let's look at real quick here. We have some of these German ones. Now, how did Germany do it? How did they build? How did they save money? Because the German knives, even though they were handled in pearl and they look all fancy to us now, they were the budget knives at the time. So you had Bruckmann, which, hey, buy me, buy me. And what did they do? They did a nice crocus polish on these. Look at how shiny these blades are. And this is a crocus polish. Let me see if I can wipe it down with my very clean shirt, and we're going to compare the two. And it is like a mirror. See? Undistorted. You can see me. So if you'd take something like that, the difference. So it's a distorted image. It's not like a mirror image like that. So the blades are just amazing on these old Bruckmanns, and these can be had for a really good price. If anybody's interested in Bruckmanns, I do have a friend that's selling his collection. And I believe this is a true Whittler. Yes, we have a spear and oh, we have a manicure blade on this one too. Nice big master blade, and it's got jeweling on the brass liners, which is a cost cutting, and no liner between it, but they started doing that large master blade, which would reduce the hand finishing. When you start splitting liners like this requires a little bit more work from the craftsman. This is made by Bluegrass Cutlery for Winchester. These were beautiful knives. Real big fan of these. This one I decided to keep. They just did a great job. What's that? It's a duplicate. Interesting. Same. Duplicate. Nice split back. Serpentine shape, large. Maybe consider it a premium or jumbo model. Hunter model if it locked. The Scrap Morgan, beauty. Look at this nice red bone. Pinch bolsters there. Nice shield. Let's look at this master. Ooh, nice half stop. Nice half stop. How did they do it? Ooh, they did a split back and they increased the size of the master blade a little bit. Real beauty. Oh man, I know we got. Ooh, you guys will never believe this is a salesman sample. It's actually got a pattern number handwritten. This is a knife from Belgium, and it's real nice. Real beauty. Built kind of like the German knives. It's nice. Real nice walk and talk. Nice. What else do we have here? Let's see, a true Whittler from the Bruckmann line, small one. Very common to use pearl and tortoise shell back in the day. This one is just so nice. Look at the interior of that, how they finish that. Bruckmann does a great job, and they really do. Let's look at their tang stamp, which is kind of cool, so you guys can identify it yourselves. Beautiful. All right, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. This is my Whittler collection, and yeah, please thumbs up, please share, please help me out, and yeah.